Australia and New Zealand.
Dude, New Zealand's beautiful. I want to
I was
fucking
gonna say
go
that's
to New
my
Zealand.
dream.
My sister's a full-on citizen in Australia now.
Oh, for
No
real?
way. That's tight.
Been out there for 11 years.
Really?
That's
What's
like
she doing
the
over there?
Crying.
Hobbleton.
She just wanted to live over there?
She went out there to date some dude,
Oh, tight.
That's what's up.
and then he cheated on her.
Oh.
Hey, but she got that citizenship though.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Betamax. Got to do that cold open, homie. My name is Fidel, and joining me, as always, is Eddie and Birdie, and our special guest, Val.
Hello,
What's up, Val?
just chilling.
Just chilling?
Yeah, a little nervous.
Really?
Yeah,
Just pretend we're all homies.
I
talking.
know, dude. It's hard.
Bro.
What's your name again?
When did you start going by Val? Because like your full name is Valentino, right?
When I was a kid, when I was a little kid, they used to call me Baby Tino.
Really?
Yeah, that's my mom, my dad's side called me. And then I feel like because I'm so young, people were just like, they couldn't say Valentino, so everyone just said Val. But then everyone from Val to Valerie.
Really?
And I used to fucking hate my name, dude. I used to hate it so much. Because you'd be like, what's up, Valerie? What's up, Valerie? And then once I hit like junior year and everyone's like, oh, Valentino. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm like so tight.
All exotic.
Mm-hmm. Everyone's mom would be like, oh my God, I love that name. And I'm like, that's right.
I love you too. Shit.
All right, that's all the time we have for today.
Later.
I wanted to ask you how that show went that you did recently. The what was it called? What?
The Running with Villain show
There we go.
with Jeff. It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was in his loft, which his fucking loft was tight. Birdie seen it.
Yeah, it was
Lives
pretty.
there.
It was pretty nice in there.
Yeah.
It did look like because I thought it was gonna be a legit studio or something, but now there was like a stove and like a kitchen there, and I was like, oh, this is somebody's place that I'm in right now.
Because when you were describing it to me, like the whole layout of it, I think I've been there before.
There's been so they're
For us, like just a
live
random
work
show.
lofts, and across the street there's more. They all look the same. So I remember he threw one like 4 or 5 years ago, and it was in another loft that kind of looked similar but wasn't the same one. So I feel like they're all relatively the same because they're all so old.
Yeah.
But it was a cool show. It was cool. There was bands playing.
Yeah.
I think I just underestimated the size of people showing up, plus like the humidity.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I'm a wimp, dude. I'm such a pussy when it comes to shit like that. Like, can I cuss?
No.
Oh damn.
No, I'm just kidding. Hey, don't trip.
It's
I
all-
got
Fuck no, you can't.
hold on, I got it. Oh no, I think I took it off. Never mind. Go ahead.
No, but it was but it was cool though. There's bands that play. I know he wants to throw another one,
Yeah.
and he wants to do it bigger, which I think will be cool because he has the outreach to get a lot of cool artists there. Because there was like photographers there. He had bands play. There was you remember George? He went by Yella.
Sounds familiar.
He,
I'm bad with like remembering names.
He has a company called Hands to Hand.
I'm not sure.
Sells like vintage stuff and old VHS and Pokemon cards, but he was there too.
Yeah.
So it was cool. It was pretty weird, like the amount of different varieties for my taste, but it was cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, because I had heard about it because there was a band playing called Dreary. I think that's what they're called, Dreary or Dreary Days or something like that. They're like on the shoegaze side. But they had posted about it, and then I saw you post about it. And I was like, oh, shit. I like that, like, people are starting to do that more, like have bands playing and like letting artists like display their shit. Like it's more, that at least happened a lot more.
Yeah, it's super cool. Yeah, and Jeff's cool. He's always been throwing shows, so he's always done shows with music, which I think is cool because he kind of picks the right vibe.
Yeah.
So it's not like one black metal band and then it follows up with like a punk band and then it's something else. It's all kind of relative to the same genre. So it kind of sets the tempo. But yeah, hopefully he does another one because that was pretty fun. But did you guys ever go to the one in LA?
Which one?
My buddy Shady threw?
No, I don't think so.
That one was crazy.
Yeah.
There was no joke, probably like 300 people there.
Oh shit.
But it was a big warehouse and they used the warehouse and outside in the parking lot to like put all these different artists up. So there was like people who did like that some girl did makeup, so she had her makeup thing there. Someone had like their classic cars in there, and like it turned into like a huge party. Cops came, like a helicopter came. These people, lowriders, like shut down the street. So I'm trying to do one of those again.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it was pretty like it was cool because there were so many people there that almost felt like a backyard show like back in the day. Because you would see people you haven't seen in a while, but it's not like in an actual like place.
Yeah.
Like you're outside. So it was fun. I miss those.
I read somewhere that I guess Riverside County is trying to stop like the car shows right here at Fairmont. Or they're not necessarily stop it, just be more strict about getting like permits and shit.
Probably trying to make money off it, honestly.
Yeah, because that shit happens like every Sunday. Like it gets fucking packed right there, dude.
That's what happened with the whole like farmers market things.
Oh yeah.
The vegan stuff that they used to have here. I would follow them on Instagram, and yeah, they just they eventually moved out of Riverside. They don't do it here anymore
Oh,
for
shit.
that reason. Just greedy ass city.
They're just getting strict with their permits and shit.
Yeah,
Like we can't stop them because they're gonna do it anyway. So let's make a quick buck.
yeah.
I hope they. I honestly, I feel like when they're like, you gotta have a permit, it just makes you want to go a lot harder. Because they're like, we have a permit now. Like, what else
Yeah.
can we do? Like,
Yeah.
park the cars on the grass now. Like, who cares?
Fuck it.
Yeah. Cops come, show them the piece of paper. But we need to have a cool, like, big art show out here. So I hope we can find a spot to do it because we were talking about the Life Arts building.
Yeah.
I want to throw in there, but I want to do it such on like a large scale that I need to find either a junkyard to throw it at or something like that. So it's so if anything gets broken, it's kind of like, who cares?
Everything's broken already.
You ever done that before?
No, I wanted to though. I want to find like a cool location first instead of just find like an empty hall because I
Yeah.
want to do something my first time and be like, oh, that was cool. Like, when's the next one? I want to do one where it's like, that was crazy. And I'm like, I can't do another one, but it was so cool. Like, peace out. Like, I got a
Yeah.
cool ticket from it, but who cares?
I always wonder how those go down. I'm always very curious. I've always been curious about how those go down because, like, we've all been attending those type of things since we were like kids.
Yeah.
But I'm like every time I like the next day after it, I'm always like who the fuck set that up and how do they do that? Like that was pretty cool. You know, they got all these people together and I was able to find like some of the art that I get. Like it's like I find it at places like that. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like I don't know. I'm always very curious on how are people losing money? Are people making money? You know.
There hasn't really been an event like that in Riverside, I don't think, like in a while.
Like how I wonder what the hassle is. You know, it's like do you have to hit up the landlord? And then once you hit up the landlord, does the landlord have to hit you up for money and permits? You know, like I'm always very curious about stuff like that.
Google it.
They
No,
say-
yeah, it is interesting. Hey, don't do that. My watch doesn't go off. I have a sensitive watch, right?
I feel like Riverside's such a red city, even though some parts don't seem like it, but it's a very Republican city. So I
It
feel like
is.
with that comes they won't give you a ticket, they'll shut you down real quick.
Oh,
LA
yeah.
County, you do something, they're like, hey dude, we gotta stop by 2 or 3 more times, we'll bring out the helicopter, but just keep it low. Every other, like, that's what I was telling someone about doing it in San Bernardino, which you really want to go out there, like, and do something sketchy like that. 'Cause I know
Yeah.
the cops won't care. They're going to be like, hey, like, what are you doing? Oh, we're doing an art show. All right, well, make sure no one's in the street. And you're like, oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Later, over here, they're going to be like, a neighbor 3 blocks away called the cops. Like, you got to stop it.
I don't like people making money on their own.
Yeah.
That's probably why Pomona's probably like one of the best spots because it's such an artsy town.
Yeah,
Very artsy town over there.
especially the downtown area.
Yeah, even like the cholos are pretty artsy out there, dude. Yeah,
Hell yeah, homie.
yeah, like it's pretty tight. Like when you go out there, like for the art walks or like just anything that some people organize. Like if you look deep into like some of the corners, like you'll find some pretty neat oddities out there that you wouldn't think you would see. So
I think I've only been to the art walk in Pomona once, and I remember it being pretty massive. Like it was pretty big.
They go crazy.
yeah,
They
it's
go
pretty
nuts.
nice.
I haven't been to the one here in Riverside in a long time, dude.
I'm not going to say it's bad, even though I just said it's bad. But, like, but I feel like it used to be more one-offs original art. And
Yeah.
now it's replica of prints, which isn't bad, but it's like you make something like a keychain and then you're selling all your keychains, and it's less of like, hey, I painted this and it took me 10 hours to do it.
Yeah.
And here you go, like I'm selling this on the corner of the street with like no stand. So I feel like now it's turning into more of a merchandise and less of like actual art.
It's more about like making money.
Yeah, because you gotta pay for a spot now. So I'm like, they're like, oh, I gotta pay this much money for the spot. Like, do I just put what I really want to sell out there? Or do I put a bunch of stuff I can make my money back and hopefully sell something that I actually made?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I wish it was back how it used to be. Remember how it used to be?
Yeah, it was. We had quite the characters.
Yeah. And it was just random people, like some people who blew glass would be selling like pieces and earrings and stuff. And then someone down, like sitting down right next to the bars would be selling 6 paintings. And that's all they had.
Yeah.
But it's because that's all they could get done in a month's time. And I feel like the originality of it's kind of disappearing for the cost, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
And now they're moving the art walk to the middle, which is cool because there's more room, but it almost starts to feel like the festival lights now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I definitely like when I would sell my woodburns, dude. I was like careful where I would sell them because I felt like I was just like at a Marvel convention. Cause it was like nothing but like comic book stuff, like drawings of like Venom and Spider-Man and shit like that. I'm like,
That's what's up.
this is kind of whack, dude.
Yeah, I feel like which isn't bad. It's not bad to sell that stuff and make it. I understand like making that does take time and effort and does take creativity, but I really do miss the old times of just people not really having stands. It was just kind of sitting out there and you walk by someone's painting, you're like, that's pretty nuts. And like, I got 2 more of like something similar.
Yeah.
And it took me this much time to paint it. It took me this much time to like get it ready for it. How much do you want for it? And they're like, I don't really know. Like, I can't really put a price on my artwork, instead of you going down there and seeing like 6 tumblers with like Marvel characters on there.
Buy 3
Yeah.
for 20. And
I'm
yeah,
like,
just,
it's more like an Etsy setup.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing I noticed that day too when I saw you this weekend, because there was like other things going on the outside. I don't know if you noticed that, but they had
Next to the glass house?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like walking around there, and yeah, I noticed that too, and I was just like, I mean, everybody's kind of selling the same shit. It's just looks different, but it's
Yeah.
the same. You know, it's like
Yeah.
this person's over here selling like Chucky and like Ghostface stuff, and then this person's over here selling like all the Marvel stuff, and it's just kind of like,
I feel like
okay.
This is very cookie cutter.
Yeah. And I guess to the point where it's like, I mean, I want to support you as an artist, but
Yeah.
can you show me something that's gonna
what separates you?
yeah, can you show me something that's gonna make me feel like I want it to be on my wall, or like yeah, like you said, like something that separates you from the crowd instead of like the other 20 artists out there that are making Iron Man like woodburns.
It's like, did you paint this Iron Man, or did you copy it and just scan it with like a Cricut and put it on a cup? Like,
Yeah.
those are 2 really different types of art, and I feel like an art walk is supposed to be originally to get your name out there.
Yeah.
That's why, because it wasn't about like going on the internet. It's like, hey, like, we're gonna go to this art walk because we know people are gonna be out and about, and so we're gonna have them expose myself to them. Not like Gigi Allen, but
Yeah. Oh shit.
hey, Gigi. But like, I feel like it's that because of Instagram, because of COVID, like that has been very diluted.
Yeah.
Do you think social media has a lot to do with it?
Yeah, but I feel like you can't blame social media. Like, you can't blame it. It would be the same thing as, I can't really like think of it, but I feel like you can't blame social media because we use it. I use it for my tattooing, and I love it. I love it because I love watching memes. I love it because I can do a bunch of things on there, and I feel like it's not to blame. It's how you use it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I agree with you, because I think social media is a great tool for an artist, like Instagram and Tumblr and Twitter. Like those 3 prints, like I got them from some like weird chick like in Texas, like, but they're so beautiful and so great to me that I got them, and I was just like, man, like that's so badass that I found that on Twitter.
Yeah.
But it totally does depend on who is behind like that account, I guess. Yeah.
Because like Instagram's basically like if a magazine and a telephone had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Because a magazine could be made in Sacramento, and it has all these pictures of, let's say, like art in there. And then someone in New York could get that magazine because they have a subscription, and so they see that. So that's where you see on Instagram is someone over here can see someone's artwork over there, and they can order it. But like the telephone, how you're able to talk to somebody that's not next to you, it kind of like knocks out the meaning of mail.
Yeah.
So I feel like Instagram's good for that, but also you get the copycat people who like jack your ideas, which I think is fucking tight, and I think it's hilarious because I'm like, people are like, oh, didn't you like do this tattoo? I'm like, yeah, and they're like, well, someone else did. And I'm like, that's cool because it means either the person brought them that image that I did and it was so good that they want to just copy it, or two, it's the artist is like, this is pretty fucking cool, I want to do it too. So I'm like, it's not taking money out of my pocket. It's like, no matter how much you steal, you can't replicate it.
Yeah.
Like, you're not a machine. Like, you can't exactly do exactly what I do. But
So as an artist yourself, you don't really get pissed about shit like that.
no, dude, I don't let anything beat me up like that. If I were to let stuff beat me up like that, I'd be like a grumpy old man.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I'm just like, I hear people like nag about that. They're like, oh my God, like, how would you post it? Why are you going to post that image? Like, how are you going to post that design? Like, you didn't do it yet. And I'm like, because I want to do it. They're like, why don't you take it at an angle? Like, why would I take it at an angle? Do you like, I want to show it off? If someone copies it, like, I'm knowingly doing that. Like, I'm just not surprised to me. I'm not like, oh my God, someone took it from me. I'm like, no, who cares?
Yeah.
If you're that nervous, then you should focus on your own work, because then you're obviously scared. That's like everyone being scared about new tattoo artists. I'm like, I don't care. Like, they're not taking money from me. I still get to do what I want to do every day. And if they get better than me, like, tight. I don't know. And that's all, guys.
Yeah, because I think I honestly I think you're very, very talented because of what I saw that day a couple of days ago when I saw you. Because I was telling Fidel, because I ran into your wife.
It's my fiance. I'm just she's not gonna listen to this. It's okay.
Your fiance, and
cancel.
and you were out talking to someone, but she tapped me on the shoulder and she was like, "Oh, check out like Val's art. Like he brought art here." And I was looking at it and I was like, "Oh, this looks so good. It looks so great," you know. And that was legitimately my reaction to it. But then she had pointed out the one on like the bottom left, and she was like, "Do you like that one?" I was like, "Yeah, I do. I like that one a lot." And she was like, "He made that 2 hours ago."
Damn, she's
and
just
I was like,
calling me out. No, she's tired.
But I was like, "Really?" And she was like, "Yeah, like he made that like 2 hours ago." And I was like, "No way! Like this is way too good for like 2 hours of work. Like, dude, that looks like something it would take me like a month to work on." But like she pointed that out, and I was just like, "Oh my God! Like this dude's a lot more talented than I thought he was. Like making that in 2 hours. Like it was so detailed. Like the lines were so symmetric. Like it was just like." Oh man, like dimensions to like.
I like this. What else?
Like, yeah.
Say more nice things
Say
about
more.
me.
I'm gonna scoot a little closer.
But I wanted to give you props.
No, I appreciate it, dude.
Because yeah, like I would have no idea that was the case with that print that I saw. Like, because I was looking at everything, I was like, well, you probably had these on hand for like a couple weeks or something.
No, I'm the biggest procrastinator ever.
Really?
I fucking work so well under pressure. It's crazy. I think I'm honestly like addicted to the pressure of getting things done more than I like to get it done ahead of time. Even like that drawing, like I had stuff done, but I was like,
Do you feel like it gets your creative juices flowing?
dude, 100%.
Yeah.
It makes me go like from 0 to 100 real quick, and then dang, I didn't mean to do that. Demonetized for that one.
Well, it fucking shows, dude.
Appreciate it.
Like that's pretty tight, man. Like I would for sure one day like to have a tattoo by you.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because I know
Books
these
are
guys.
closed,
These
but-
guys do. You guys have
kidding,
tattoos
books are
by
open.
Val, right?
I don't have any by him.
Dang.
No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Now some of my favorite ones are like, dude, the thing one. Oh, dude, this one I'm constantly getting complimented on.
That's sick.
You know what, dude? Like every time I see like all the homies like with tattoos and shit, and like even randoms, I'm like, oh, that's a nice tattoo. That's great, you know.
Yeah.
But I never ever catch myself being like, I want that tattoo. Only when I saw that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I saw that one, that was the first time I was ever like,
I almost changed my mind the last minute on what thing tattoo I wanted because I had this one and then the idea like just popped in my head for the spider head.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that one would be cool too. So I was like looking at both images and I was like, No, I already told him this one. I'll just stick with it. And I ended up loving how it came out.
I think that one's the coolest because that was just based off of like a picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was a picture of the prosthetic that they used for the movie.
I think it's cool.
Dude, it came out fucking sick.
I love doing stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure I did that stencil like the day of.
Yeah? Fuck.
See what I mean? Like,
God.
like fuck, dude.
How did you start getting into it, like tattooing? Because I remember the first time I heard you started tattooing, I think you tattooed Nate the first time I heard like you were tattooing.
I was tattooing Nate. I tattooed Nate when I lived with him. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But no, like the first actual tattoo I did in a shop was on Dana. But before that, I got into tattooing because of Josh Eaton. He used to apprentice at 6th Street, and I would hang out there.
Yeah.
And he randomly, because he was working at Coachella, so he was like, hey, like, you want to cover for me? Because he was doing all the shop stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'll cover for you, and they're going to pay me. And I was working at Buffalo Wild Wings at the time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then he was just didn't want to come back. He was like, I don't want to tattoo anymore. And then the owner there was like, do you want to apprentice? And I was all, nah, that's cool. I'll just like clean up and work my job and just party.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I love tattoos, but I never thought I was in a tattoo, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, because I didn't like know what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know if I want to tattoo. I don't know if I want to tattoo, if I want to go to school.
Yeah.
I was really into partying, I'll tell you that. I loved like getting drunk and stuff, so I didn't want any responsibility. And I saw that tattooing meant I had to do an apprenticeship, which meant responsibility through the board.
Yeah.
And at the time, I was just like, maybe later. So I would just work at the shop, work at Buffalo Wild Wings, go back to the shop, hang out, drink, and then it was fun. Until he asked me if I wanted to apprentice again. And I was just like, sure, I'll do it. And then that's when hell started.
Yeah.
It was like, not shop help anymore, dude. Like, you're getting shit talked to you. Like, you're drinking now. He would make me drink on command.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And then, like, I would get drunk with him and people at the shop. And it'd be like 2 a.m. And he'd be like, all right, I'm out of here. And just leave me there. And I had to be up by 9 to like mop and sweep the shop every morning at 10, be ready to open at 11, even though we didn't open at 12. Like, it was bad. And then I would just hang out, paint, learn how to tattoo. But I had to learn how to a machine runs before I was able to pick up a machine and tattoo.
Yeah.
So I did it for 2 years before I was even able to tattoo someone, which is crazy. And it made me feel like maybe I don't want to tattoo. Maybe this isn't what I want to do. Maybe I like want to go to school now. But I'm glad I stuck to it because, I mean, look at it now. It pays my bills. I'm fucking happy doing it. I'm booked up. I'm progressively trying to get better, and I can actually see it. It's like, it's not just like a span over time thing. I can see one tattoo looks better than the next, looks better than the next, and I'm like, it's crazy now. It's super cool.
Yeah, I love like the detail you put into them. Like, oh, dude, I just every time you post a new one, I'm just like, fuck, man. Like, there's a couple that you have posted where I'm like, fuck, that would have been an awesome idea to put on my arm.
I love it, dude. What's cool though too now is that like I have a good clientele basis that are 60% my homies.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are just like, hey, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, I have this design up or this design. And they'll either be like, yeah, I want to get that. Or what about something with a skull? And I'm like, anything with a skull? And they're like, yeah, so I can just draw anything I want, free reign. And I can do it in my style, which makes I feel like the tattoo come out crazier because then now I am adding those little details in there because I'm like, my stencils aren't so complex. Like, I'll do a stencil of a skull, but when I'm tattooing, I'd be like, man, it'd be tight if I added like an eyeball. It'd be tight if I added a crack here, if I did this. So I had that artistic freedom, which makes me feel so much better. So I feel like that's what's helping me get a little better in a way, is the freedom to do whatever I want.
It definitely sounds like you don't like being comfortable.
I don't.
Like, you don't like doing the same thing all the time.
I don't. I'll do a scorpion every day, but each scorpion's going to be different.
Yeah.
I don't want to give someone the same tattoo as someone else. Like, I don't want to do, even if a rose is a rose, like I'll change a leaf up, I'll change the bud up, I'll do something different. I don't want to give you the same tattoo as someone else. And also, I don't want to do it for myself because I'm going to be like, damn, I already did this. Like, I don't want to change anything because it came out okay that time. Or like, I don't want to do this. I don't know. I feel like the repetitive part of it, that's the reason why I do like traditional tattoos, but I don't at the same time. It's because I don't like the repetitive aspect of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do the same flash that's been done 10 times by myself and then done probably 150 times this year from people throughout the whole entire world. Like, I want to do something that's different. Something that when someone walks by, they're going to be like, oh, did Val do that? Or fucking Valentino or Soft Love, whatever it is, do that? Like, I want to be recognized for that instead of recognized for something else.
Yeah.
I want my work to shine out there and be my voice.
Do you have a particular style you want to stick to?
Yeah, I like
For
the
the most
fine
part.
line black and gray. I love it. It takes a long time to do it now, but
How much has your style changed since you first started? Like,
1,000%.
yeah. Did you have like a direction where you wanted to go? Did you know you wanted to like do the fine line thing?
I always loved fine line work. I always loved like Jack Rudy's Flash, which he did a lot of girl heads back in the day. I loved like old like Teen Angel magazines, a lot of old lowrider magazines. I love that Chicano style, but I didn't want to just steal it.
Yeah.
And also, like, I did my apprenticeship underneath a traditional tattooer. And then after that, I ended up working and kind of finishing up my apprenticeship with another traditional tattooer. So I was only doing traditional tattoos at the time. And I was only doing that because that's all I was taught. But no matter what, the basics of traditional are basically like the basics for any tattooing. Like, I feel like if I didn't do the traditional tattoos for 2 to 3 years, then my application wouldn't be as good as it is now. Because traditional tattoos, you need that cleanliness, that crispiness, that black. Like, you need that in to make a tattoo look so good, because traditional tattoo designs are so simplistic, so less is more. But also, you make one line wobbly, it shows. It ruins the whole entire tattoo.
Yeah.
So I feel like once I was able to give that freedom to do my own style, I started going more fine line, and I kind of brought that into the aspect of using what I learned from traditional tattooing. So like, you'll see, like, I'll do a fine line tattoo, but I'll use black. And a lot of fine line tattoos you see are very light. And they're very like done with almost like a gray wash shade to them, but I fucking pack black in there because I'm like, the black's gonna last the longest, and I'll use lines in there. But to answer your question, yeah, I feel like it changed the fucking draft. I'm all rambling.
I think
Oh,
a
no,
lot of
fuck
people
yeah.
that aren't like really close to you, that know you just from like Instagram or whatever, they don't realize that you can do like traditional tattoos like that, and like they don't know that you come from that background. Because I have a lot of traditional tattoos from you, and they're like they're fucking tight. So like I don't know, it's just like, it's cool that, you know, if you really wanted to go out of it like that fine line stuff, like, you can do it.
Yeah, it's
And, like, I don't think a lot of people know that.
because when I like tattooing, I feel like you have to know how to do other styles. Like, yeah, that's cool that you do this style and you do this style every day. Like, I do fine line every day, but I know how to do a portrait. I know how to do a traditional tattoo. I know how to do like lettering and stuff like that. Like, I like to be well-rounded, even though I don't tattoo all that all the time. Like, traditional, like how I did a traditional tattoo on you, like, it was fun to do it because that's what I learned. And I feel like without that apprenticeship and without that traditional background, I wouldn't have been able to do the style I do now, honestly. I feel like my tattoos would have been wonky because I wouldn't have learned how to like do it with cleanliness. And I feel like that's what speaks out in a lot of my tattoos recently, is just their cleanliness.
Yeah.
Because I'm focusing on how to pull a straight line. I'm focusing on the longevity of the tattoo. And I feel like it shows because I'm leaving skin. But praise traditional tattooing, even though I don't really like it. But don't kill me.
How long have you been at Elizabeth Street now?
A year on May 9th.
Damn.
Yeah. It feels like it wasn't that long.
How does it feel like coming? Because before you were here, you were in, down here in downtown, and you had like this own little spot to yourself. Is it like a huge difference working at a spot with like a lot of people?
Yeah, I kind of missed it, dude. Like, I was by myself for a year because I got my own spot during COVID at the Life Art Center, just driving by, and it was for lease. So I was like, let me get a spot by myself. And I like being by myself. I really do. I like the fact that I can listen to my own music. I like the fact that I can make my client feel comfortable. And I feel like getting a tattoo is, no matter what, a very nervous situation.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you subconsciously know you're going to put this on you forever. Or maybe because you subconsciously know it's going to fucking hurt.
Yeah.
So if I could just make you feel comfortable, it almost makes a tattoo go at ease. So having my own spot was like a no-brainer, and I was like, this is cool, doing it by myself. But then when I worked at Elizabeth Street, I was kind of nervous too, because I was like, I haven't been with somebody, I haven't tattooed next to someone. Like, what if I get annoyed with them? What if they get annoyed at me? Like, what's gonna happen? But that shop is literally so cool. I can't even explain how like happy I am being there, and I don't have a gun pointed at my back right now. They're all sitting there.
Say one bad thing, you disappear tomorrow.
They're all, my stuff's outside. I'm all, hey, back at the Life Art Center. No, it's super cool. And you got tattooed there. Like, my spot is almost feels like a cubicle. Like, I have 3 walls basically surrounding me. So I do still have that one-on-one with my client, which is cool because I don't ever want to be a turnaround, like, come get a tattoo. All right, later, bye. On to the next one. Like, I'm going to spend a couple hours tattooing you to give you the best thing that I can give you.
Yeah.
And so if my spot's comfortable, you're comfortable, I'm comfortable, I'm having a good time. But the artists are just fucking so good, too. It's crazy, dude. Like, I work with people that I wanted to get tattooed by before I was even, like, getting tattoos.
Yeah.
Like, it's nuts. And the owner, Brian, is just a gnarly dude. He's super cool. He's not like he tattoos every week, dude. And I didn't ever want to work for a shop for a tattoo, or for someone who owned a shop and didn't tattoo. I was like, I'm not going to wear your jersey. I'm not going to pay you because you can pay your mortgage. Like, I want to work with someone who's still trying, and he's trying. He takes art classes, and like, I feel like working there and having people look at my work every day also pushed me to get better, because I couldn't just do a tattoo and be like, oh shit, I fucked that up, and then be like, all right, later, because they're gonna be like, what'd you do? I'm curious. I'm like, nothing. But the switch up is good. I feel like if I went to another shop, it might not be as good, because the independency is still at Elizabeth Street. You still have your own space. You're not like nut on butt with somebody, and that's cool for other people. For me, I can't do that.
I like where your spot is in there too, because it kind of feels like you're like at the center of it. Mm-hmm. Because like you're right when you walk in, you're right there. So like even people coming in could just glance and see what you're working on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, maybe I'll get something from that guy later. You know.
Yeah, I love being there, dude, and they're all, no one does the same style there, which is crazy, because you don't see that a lot at shops. But everyone does their own style, and there's fucking 13 people that work there, but it doesn't feel like it's 13 people that work there. There's not that weird, don't know how to say this, but there's not that weird, like, big dick energy in there where you walk into a tattoo shop and you feel like you got to be quiet because you're walking into someone else's home. Yeah. Like, when you walk in there, it's very open. Everyone's like, what's up? Cool. What are you getting done?
Friendly.
It's cool, yeah.
Very inviting.
Yeah, and I feel like I like that, because I don't want to be somewhere where I have to be like, what's up, dude? Like, oh yeah, like I did this tattoo. What'd you do?
Yeah.
I want to be
this is your first tattoo?
Yeah. Or like sometimes people like, I feel like going to shops, sometimes you just don't know what to expect.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's always to come out with a good experience and a bad one.
Speaking of like bad experiences, I want to know what annoys you as a tattoo artist. Like, what are some pet peeves?
Or was there ever like someone that you were just like, oh, dude, I don't want to fucking tattoo you. Like, you're being so fucking like not tight right now. Like, just like,
yeah, I feel like when people try to do my job, irritates me. And it's never the person getting the tattoo. It's always the person that's with the person getting tattooed.
The friend that tags along.
I hate that, dude. And no offense, like, if your boyfriend or girlfriend show up, but like, if they're backseat driving, I have no problem being like, dude, you're making this really uncomfortable. Yeah. Because, like, if someone's like, oh, look in the mirror, and then their significant other was like, for example, I was tattooing this chick, and I put a stencil on her wrist, and she thought it looked nice, and I can hear the little talk of him being like, no, move it up higher, but she really wanted it on her wrist. I go to the restroom because I was like, let me just go to the restroom so they can talk about it, because I feel awkward sitting here. Yeah. I come back, and she wants to move it. And I was like, dude, like, I just hate that. And then it makes me feel weird. It makes me feel cringy, because I'm just like, why are you doing this? Is going to be on you forever. And I don't know a good way to say it without being honest and being like, do you want to put it there? Or does he want to put it there? And she was like, no, I want to put it there. And I'm like, all right. And then I set the mood even awkwarder because I just called this dude out. So I'm like, I just hate when people try to do my job.
Yeah.
Like, you come to me to get tattooed. I'm going to do a good tattoo on you. Don't try to be the cool person and be like, I know everything. Like, you don't know everything. Like,
I never really understood that like mentality in people. It's like you're going to a professional for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are you questioning it? You know, I mean, yeah, like do question stuff, certain stuff, but like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird behavior.
I feel like that's people's personalities, though. Some people have that personality. I have friends who have that personality that feel like they know everything. Yeah, and I'm like, you don't, dude. Like, chill out. Like,
yeah, Eddie.
I'm all looking at it. No, but I feel like it's certain people's personality because I'll have a client that I'm like, oh God, yeah, I just met this person. I'm like, this person's gonna be a handful, and they're just like, oh yeah, like I watched this show, and everyone blames Ink Master. They're like, I watched Ink Master, and now I know how to tattoo. But
I watched Miami Ink. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, like you kind of get it, but still, I'm trying to do my tattoo here and do a good job. Yeah. And I feel like myself, I don't feel comfortable around other people as much as I do around my friends. So I can talk to you guys. Yeah. I can tattoo you guys and talk to you guys all day. But when it's someone else, I don't know what to talk about. So I just am quiet. And then when people try to engage a conversation, I'm like trying, but I'm holding my breath while I'm tattooing. So I'm like, so yeah, anyways.
Do you like when, because I haven't done this because I've only been tattooed by friends, but like I've seen other people while they're getting tattooed, they have earphones on.
Oh, I love it.
So that way you don't feel like you're obligated to talk.
I always now, when I email people back, I usually tell them, feel free to bring headphones. Like, I'll listen to podcasts when I tattoo now, and it may not be the most professional thing, but dude, it's what works for me. So I'm like, you should just sit there and just watch something on your phone.
Get as comfortable as you can.
Yeah, get as comfortable. Watch some Netflix, listen to podcasts, because that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna watch Netflix. I'm gonna catch up on my shows.
Do you ever get like annoying lowballers? Like, oh, can you do this for like $50?
Yeah, and I blame myself for first starting to tattoo. Because I didn't know how to charge accordingly. Yeah. And I really didn't know how to charge accordingly until 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So before then, I would be like whatever, like, give me like 120. I mean, you guys got tattooed by me. I'm just like, yeah, just give me whatever.
I feel like it's so awkward for us too, though.
Yeah. For friends, it's hard, but like people now hit me and be like, hey, like, I want to get a last name. Yeah. How much? I'm like, well, my minimum at the shop starts off at 200. So it's for a dot. Yeah. For the name, I'm gonna have to charge you like $350 to $400. And they're like, oh, what the hell, dude? You did this one on me for like $300, and it's like a half sleeve. And I'm like, well, I did that shit like 5 years ago, dude. Yeah. Like,
I got experience since then.
You're not paying for the tattoo. You're paying for the going on 8 years of me tattooing and practicing every day and messing up tattoos, but also getting better on tattoos. So you're paying for that experience of me doing this on you permanently. Yeah. I feel like people don't understand that. I'm like, you're not just paying for this service. You're paying for this service that's aged. But you're also paying for my cat's food. So and they gotta eat good.
Yeah, because when I first started getting tattoos around here, I think Wayne was the first person to tell me that. Because I remember I was talking to him. This is like years ago. It was like fucking almost 10 years ago. But he was telling me that because one of our friends kept like trying to lowball him and shit, and like trying to maneuver him a certain way so he can do it as cheaply as possible. But Wayne was definitely one of the persons, because I wasn't hassling him either. I was just having a conversation with him. But I was like telling him, and I was just like asking him. I was like, "You look annoyed, dude. Like you sound like you want to leave this place." Because like we're all like hanging out. He was like, "No, I'm good. It's just like, you know, you gotta treat tattoos a certain way." I was like, "What do you mean?" And then he was like the first person to tell me like, "Well, do you want like when you get a tattoo, you're getting what you pay for." You know what I mean? So it's like if you're gonna get $100 like sleeve, then you're gonna get $100 sleeve.
Yeah, go to Mexico and get it.
Yeah,
people get fucking tight ass sleeves.
Wait, you can get one in Mexico for $100?
Fuck yeah, you can get anything in Mexico for $100.
Wait. How do you know?
Yeah, I got homies.
Yeah, but he was definitely like the first person to tell me that, and I didn't realize that because I was like, I remember when I first started getting tattoos, and I got like my first tattoo, and it was almost like $100, but it was like a little guy like that.
Yeah.
And I was just like, damn, I paid that much for that. But he like explained it to me, and I was just like, yeah, well that makes sense. I don't mind that now, you know. So it's like, if I get like a big tattoo from like Val, and he's like $300, it's like I'm not gonna fucking be an asshole and be like, bro, I'm your friend, dude. Like,
Come on, let's bring up the receipts. I'm just no.
Yeah, but I was curious about that with you too.
Yeah, the pricing of tattooing is hard because you got people who want to charge accordingly, you got people who don't know how to charge accordingly, and you got people who just fucking overcharge like dickheads.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, in the style that I tattoo, there's a lot of people in the same style realm that just overcharge like a motherfucker. And I feel like a dick. Like, I'm like, how much did you get this for? And they're like, I spent $900. And I'm like, damn, I'm doing something that's crazier and bigger for $400. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, because it's like, this is the person. I'm like, so you're tattooing for their name? Like, fuck that, dude. I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's good you're tattooing someone for their name because you're buying Nike shoes that are just the same as any other shoe, but you're buying it for the name. But
Yeah.
you got to learn when to draw the line and not just steal money from people. I feel like that's screwed up. That's my biggest pet peeve about tattooing. It's just the big dick energy.
Big dick energy.
Yeah.
So, to kind of steer away from this conversation,
Steer back. I'm just kidding.
when I asked you if you wanted to do the podcast,
Yeah.
you said something to me that made me laugh super hard. You said, yeah, I'm down. Do I have to watch a Serbian film? All right, I'll watch a Serbian film. Don't twist my
Called
arm.
me out. I love that movie. I didn't watch it again though, but I should have.
So when did you first watch that movie? Was it because of this guy?
It's because of Eddie.
I had a feeling because
Dang.
we all have that story of like. So what's your first time watching a Serbian film with Eddie?
If
What
I
was it?
remember right, I've partied a lot back in the day, so my brain's a little like not a good sponge, a bad one. But I remember we used to have band practice at Eddie's house. I remember the first time I feel like I watched it, we were watching it instead of playing music, but Dylan came over. And Dylan had this chick with him. I mean, maybe I should have said Dylan's name. Whatever. But he showed up with some chick, and it was Brandon, myself, and Eddie.
We
love
were
this
chilling in my
story.
room and we were
Yeah.
watching it. And I think he hit you up or someone asked if he can come over. I'm like, yeah, dude.
Yeah, he was with some girl that he was like friends with, or I don't know what the underline with that, but I remember something happened with something that was purple. Our band practices were real strange, and we were all sober.
I remember at that time I had like a big ass room, and I remember I had like these lube bottles in my room, and we made a giant slip and slide. And my room was just
Oh
lube,
my god, dude!
a ton of lube. And all our band practices consisted of like, I would always play like the most fucked up shit in the
Yeah.
background, like whether it's like a fucked up movie
Snuff
or just
films?
like weird porn.
Yeah, I like
Like,
it.
and yeah, dude, we had some crazy times.
Those are the good old days when I have a kid. I'm gonna be like, yeah, back in our day,
Yeah.
we used to watch snuff films and play with dildos. You guys got these damn iPads. No, but I remember we watched it, and then they showed up, and then Eddie brought out his purple monster. They're swinging around, and I remember looking at the screen, and I was, because I think it was our second time watching it. Because I feel like we watched it
think so,
before.
yeah.
Because I knew it was coming, and I was like, oh my god, like this is like, I think it was the part where he was fucking the chick on like horse tranquil, or he was on
So like the first big
testosterone.
kill.
Yeah. And I remember like seeing her sit on the edge of the couch, and she's like looking at the TV, and I'm like, oh my god, oh my
It's like,
god,
these
oh
are
my
your
god,
homies?
yeah.
Like, this is what you do on your free time?
And then the dildo came out, and we're like yelling. Brandon's like, yeah. And then they left. And I was like,
man.
that's the most memorable moment of that movie. But that was so funny. The movie's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
fucking Eddie.
It's a
dude.
good movie, dude.
I feel like I mean, I don't remember really that much, but I mean, it's burned into my head.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a movie wants to do.
Yeah,
Honestly, like, you don't make a movie to make this is a good movie. You make a movie so people talk about it for years, and they fucking succeeded.
Yeah.
yeah, I guess. Yeah,
You guess.
Fuck that movie, dude.
The original cancel culture right there. They just canceled themselves.
I will say I love the music in that movie though. I do like the music a lot.
Yeah, it was
Who
cool.
was in it? What kind of music was it?
It was just like techno, like.
Yeah, beatbox it. Beatbox it.
Nah, I'm good.
Are we
Yeah,
gonna
it's just-
reenact it right now?
Afterwards.
I'm gonna follow the Patreon.
Who's gonna?
I'll play the newborn.
Oh my god! Fuck that movie, dude. I don't think I ever want to watch the movie again.
Yeah, dude. It's weird. Like growing up with Val and going to high school with him, and like there was like a while where we just chilled every night.
Dude.
Like literally every night.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys known each other?
Since like my junior year. I think it was like your sophomore year or something.
Yeah. Actually, I went to Novi like my junior year.
Okay, so yeah,
Or
it was
maybe
like towards the end of
yeah.
high school, and we were just like good friends right off the bat, and because we had all mutual friends, so we just would hang out a lot, and like there was like a summer where it was just me, you, and Brandon.
Dude,
every day.
We did
Literally.
so much fun things.
We'd be driving in your grandma's car
Yeah.
to like Long Beach on a school night, like
Mhm.
just doing shit we shouldn't have been doing, and I'm surprised we never like got in any trouble or like
Did a hit and run
Yeah.
in my grandma's car. Oh my god.
Jesus.
Dude, we were so like I miss those days because we used to just do so much stuff, just completely like open-minded.
Yeah.
We'd be like sitting there, all right, like we need money. Well, we got money to go get fucking Slurpees. We
Yeah.
got money to get candy. Like we're like 6 years old.
We would go recycle. Remember?
Yeah,
we
that's
would
how we
take
got
all
the
like our
money.
parents' recycled money and like be like, all right, we got $100.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fill your gas tank up and like buy food or snacks. Like and
That's when we
what
did the hit and run. We did the hit and run because I remember Brandon,
at Cash for Cans.
yeah, Eddie, and myself, we went on Facebook and we're like, hey, give us your parents' cans. So we drove around to people's house. We drove to Delos' house, drove to everyone, and we filled up the car full of like bags of like their parents' recyclable, took it to Cash for Cans, and we're pulling out, and I just fucking full on reverse right into this guy's car. And Eddie gets out, and I'm like, Eddie, check to see if the car's okay. And Eddie's face looked like, oh shit, like we gotta go. And it was like a brand new car or something.
Yeah, dude.
Nothing happened to my grandma's car too. It was completely fine. And then we think we just drove to Ontario Mills just to walk around the mall and get Slurpees.
Yeah.
But it was fun, dude. Like,
Cute date idea.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude. We would our thing would, our thing we would go get big hamburgers from Carl's Jr.
Yes.
Because they were cheap. They were like $1 back in the day.
They
so
used
we
to
would
be
buy
$1.
yeah. So we just get that in like in Arizona and just that would be our night, dude.
Yeah, we would go to the beach. We went to the beach all the time.
Yeah.
I don't even think we liked I didn't like the beach. We never like went in the water. We just drive to the
Yeah,
beach just to show up for like 10
For the
minutes and drive
vibe,
back.
dude.
Yeah.
For the vibes.
Yeah. And it just it's a huge like day and night difference like seeing you from like back then till now because you were on a path to destruction. Dude.
Yeah.
And
fucking
like you're my homie, but like I was like, if somebody was to ask me like, where do you see Val in like 15 years from now? I'll be like, prison maybe.
yeah,
But it's true, like because like not only was Val like, not only were you like a fucking party guy, like we had this thing. Do you remember that South Park episode where it was what's the guy from Gladiator? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
He has that theme song, "Fighting Around the World."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember me and Brandon would always have this inside joke where it's like, that's Val's theme song. It's like every other week, Val was just like in a rumble. Val was fighting. Val was, getting to like some kind of trouble.
You want to get in a fight with me?
So like Val had this vibe. Like right now, dude, like when I get tattooed by Val and I'm hanging out with him, he's like such a calming. You have like a soothing vibe to you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You're like chill. Your name is soft
Soft
love.
love, baby.
Yeah. But back then, like I would hang out with you. I'm like, you would just get me like in rowdy mode, dude.
I
And,
loved it.
Yeah. So it was bad. Like I knew we were gonna get to some shit every time. Like
Yeah, I think I just always crave that adrenaline. Like I feel like maybe that's for the stemming from doing projects last minute because I get a little bit of that adrenaline that I used to get, but I used to just love it. I was hanging out like gangsters
yeah.
for no reason. Like I wasn't in fucking. I would show up to fucking meetings with a gang and I'd be wearing a tie-dye Coyote shirt with Shants and like slip-on Vans and take a picture with these fucking fools all hooded up in like AAA shirts.
Dude, I
All the tall tees and shit.
Dude, and I'd be like, "Hey guys," I would always just hang out with them. I just always loved getting in altercations because I was like, "This is fun." But I feel like I never got beat up too bad to not want to do it again.
Yeah.
I feel like if I ever got beat up really bad, then I'd be like,
Scary straight.
Yeah. But I got in that big ass fight at the mall. And
Brandon
and
and
Eddie were sitting in the car across the street.
It was just like nothing but cholos, and me and Brandon were like, "Fuck, dude, this is like not really our fight. Like, I don't know what to do." And like, I just see fucking Val and everyone like, just a huge rumble. Like it was right outside.
In the middle of the street.
Yeah, and I just see like a bunch of cholos like breaking branches from trees to like use them as weapons. Like
What
it was
the
gnarly,
fuck,
dude.
Cholos are innovative, dude.
Yeah.
Just know.
Innovative, fool.
They're off my hands or that big ass palm leaf.
But yeah, and that's the thing. Like it would be like a crazy night like that, but then we'd end up like watching CKY videos, like just eating snacks at the end of the day.
Eating Little Caesars.
Yeah, it was.
How old were you during all this? Like during this time?
I was young. We were like
16, 17?
16, 17.
Because I think that was also around the time I met you. Because I know I met you before I met Eddie. Because we used to party all the time at Jose's.
Jose's.
Yeah.
So we were hanging out before then, because that was before I even drank. When
Yeah.
we'd hang out, and then I remember started going to Jose's, and
It was always.
whole new world.
Yeah. Those parties were pretty.
They're so fun.
They were. Yeah.
Like the coolest thing that I've ever heard is my fiance saying like, "It's so crazy how you have such a cool friend group."
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, I never thought about it. Like, think about how many people our age have one or two friends they talk to from the past when we have like 50.
Yeah.
We have like subgroups within our groups of friends.
Yeah.
That's fucking nuts. Like,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like, there's you guys and everything. And then there's like Dylan and all his biker homies. And then like we got other fools who play in bands, but like everyone knows each other and everyone doesn't just know each other, like say hi or bye. Like everyone's still comes together at one point or another
Yeah.
to talk to each other. I think it's fucking cool, dude. And I feel like it stems a lot from fucking Jose's house.
Yeah.
Without Jose's house
That
brought in
house
different groups of people.
Should be like a historic landmark. Dude.
Right?
It's funny because like me and Jose would talk about how like we kind of inherited you guys from
Yeah.
Bobby.
You
Because
did.
you guys would go to chill with Bobby.
It's because his room was too fucking cold, dude.
Dude, oh my god.
And that full sidekick, goddamn.
And like me and Jose would be it would just be me. I remember it would just be me, Jose, Desiree, Renee, and like Evan. It was just us, like just chilling, you know. But everybody be drinking except Evan. And then like you guys started coming into Jose's room to chill too, and
Yeah.
it just became this big old thing. And we would just chill in the backyard and
be
party,
every
get
Friday.
drunk, like.
Every fucking Friday, it would be so sick. I think that was like the coolest, one of the coolest highlights is being able to just to like go there. And I didn't even know they had a pool table until like a year.
Because we always use it for beer pong.
Yeah.
Because we would always use it for beer pong. I remember we put like a closet door on it, so we'd use it for beer pong. And yeah, like
And then all of a sudden the closet door came off and everyone's like, "You got pool?" Like, and then we were playing pool in there all the time.
yeah.
And like the green monster.
Oh, dude.
That's when we were painting a lot too, when we had AVS going on.
Yeah.
So it was like I said, it's that mixture of like people that were from different groups started being in AVS, and then we all started going to Jose's, and then it'd be like, "Hey, can I bring a homie?" And then that homie would come over to Jose's, and then that homie would end up being like a good homie, and then he'd bring someone else, and then all of a sudden there was fools that went to Ramona, went to Norte Vista, went to Rubido, went over here, and like it's nuts, dude.
Just snowballed.
Yeah, cops never came.
That's true.
Cops never came. We were out there all night.
You had some cool neighbors.
Saying some weird shit
For real.
too.
Yeah, dude.
Marley showing his balls because he lifted them up.
Oh, that's right. He did like with the elevator or
Yeah,
something.
we're
He
like,
got-
do it, do it,
Oh
do it.
my god.
A bunch
dude.
of guys just clapping. We're like, yeah.
Dude, we're fucking loud too. Till like 5 a.m. Like,
Yeah.
and sometimes when I would leave around that time, there's still people there. Like, that
Yeah,
shit was
we-
crazy.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was nuts. I remember playing like video games with his sisters in the living room, and then seeing Victor drinking, was it Mississippi Mud?
Yeah.
Come over with like a case of Mississippi Mud. I'm like, what is that?
Were you ever there the times Victor tried to fight me for some reason?
No.
There was like 2 occasions where he did. Like, it's pretty stupid, but it's because he just got super drunk. One
used
had
to
to
get
do with
mad
like
drunk.
he was a mad drunk, I just remember one time, like
Mississippi Mad.
No, the one time I can remember is everybody was like either in the backyard or in Jose's room, and he had the window open, music playing on the laptop so you could hear it, or on the computer so you could hear it in the back. And I remember Victor, super drunk. I was sitting at the computer, and he's like, "Hey, like play this song," and I was like, "All right, yeah." I had already people telling me like this song, so I had him like kind of set up to go like in order, and like the song would change, and he'd be like, "Where's my song, man?" And he was like getting all up in my face and like
getting all cholo by the minute.
Yeah, dude. Like to the point where I was like, dude, back the fuck up. Like, what the hell? Like, relax. Like, it's gonna come up. And Jose had to like calm him down because he was like trying to fight me.
Dang.
But he was super drunk.
He started getting hooder. His beanie started getting lower.
Socks getting a little higher. But yeah, that house, man. Thinking about those times, I'm just like, I can't do that anymore.
Oh, I can't even. I literally have to prep myself to drink. Because I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm gonna be. The first day I'm hungover, feel like shit. The second day I'm like tired from the hangover.
Yeah, I can't even drink like at all. Really, like it's very rare. Like when I do, because it kind of like grosses me out now.
What?
Yeah, so I'm just like, I think it also depends on the environment for me. Like what I'm around, then I can like just have a beer or two. But
Yeah.
the last time I got drunk, I don't even remember.
That's
It's been so long. But like at Jose's house, it was like almost an everyday thing.
Yeah. It was every weekend.
Yeah.
You'd show up with your clothes, like your work clothes on sometimes.
Yeah.
Take the quad shot.
Oh yeah. Dude, oh,
That
my
was
God,
disgusting.
dude.
I don't know. Did you ever see him do the quad shot?
Jose?
No, Fidel.
Oh yeah, a couple
Dude.
times. You
You've
still
been
have
doing
it
that for
huh?
a while, huh?
Yeah, I still do it. I still do it every New Year's.
Is it the same glass?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Same glass. It's in my car.
Why is it in your car? You a closet drinker?
Gotta take the drink on the road, homie.
He's all fucked today.
Now, I remember one time showing up to Jose's, and I just like I would always show up with a case of beer, but this one time I didn't, and his mom answered the door, and she goes, "I didn't recognize you without the beer."
Oh shit.
I was like, "Oh fuck!" So everybody's in the back. I'm like, "All right."
Dang.
So I was like, "Wait, maybe this is a problem."
That's the weird part of like that. Those little like hints like that really fuck with people's heads.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't really go to downtown as much anymore. My chick and I would go like 3 times a week because we live right here. So
Yeah.
we walk over there, and I remember someone being like, "Oh yeah, like, they were like, what's up, Val?" I was like, "What's up?" They're like, "I knew I'd catch you here. You're always here." And I was like, "Fuck this." I was like, "I'm not doing this shit anymore, dude. No." I just am a social drinker. I just like to have fucking fun.
Yeah.
I don't drink at home. I don't drink during dinner. I don't drink at anything. But when we go out, like, I don't drink to like taste beer. I want to get trashed. So I'm out having fun.
Yeah, I can relate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever drink here unless we have like people over or we're doing something. I have like a beer or two, but other than that,
I can never be the person that comes home from work and just like kicks back and drinks beer and watches TV. I'm like, I gotta go fucking do something.
well, I actually did start doing that for a little bit, but because in those times when we're partying a lot, I like it was bad for me. Like it was every day for me.
Oh shit.
Like just drinking, not even when I wasn't at Jose's. So like when I started coming home, I would like have a beer, and I was like, I felt myself like getting used to it again. So I was like, no, I can't do it again. So I had to stop.
Pussy.
Yeah, but when you got here, I had forgotten that you actually lived here until you mentioned it.
Yeah.
Because you said there was a fucking fridge in the living room. And I was like, oh
fridge
shit.
in the living room. I used to live here with Brisa originally because I was staying at her place down the street, and then she was like, "Let's get a place together." We were like super cool homies. She was like a dude. Sorry. But we got this place together, and then we got a fridge, and we fitted through the front door, and Nate used to live next door with Julio. And then Nate was helping us put it in here. We couldn't fit it through the second door, so we're just like, this is cool, right? Like, it's kind of new. So we just had the fridge in the living room for 6-7 months.
Oh shit.
Yeah. It was pretty sweet, though, because we just, like, sit there, drink beer, and then, "Can you give me another beer?" And you're like, "Yeah, for sure." Reach from the couch and open up.
Dude, that's fucking tight. So this place has kind of like stayed within the homies.
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah, I was living here, and then I moved out, and Brisa got another roommate. and then it was passed down a couple times. It's been around in the friend group for like 6 years.
Yeah, because before us it was Fernando.
Yeah, Fernando lived here. I came back and lived with Fernando here.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I came back for a little bit. I was like, "Hey, did you miss me?" Yeah, and what's crazy about this house is like, it's fucking sketchy sometimes. If not like sketchy, like, "What's up? Give me your money," but like sketchy, like, "Give me your soul."
Like spooky.
Like, yeah. Like, give me that ass, girl.
I'm still waiting for something like that to happen here, dude. Like, I keep hearing all these stories, and I'm up more late at night than you are, so I'm like walking around. I'll be here watching TV till like 3, and I'll turn everything off, and I'll walk to my room, and I'll be like, maybe tonight's the night. Maybe tonight's the night that fucking ghost is gonna say what's up to me.
See, like, it's never been like a ghost like freaking out or freaking people out here. I just heard like when I lived here, there was a random 2 days that flies showed up, and like there was a bunch of flies in the house, and then they were gone. And then when I lived here with Fernando, the same thing happened again. Maybe I'm the one who's fucking on. I'm like, wait a minute.
You want to go outside real quick?
I'm like, maybe something happened. But I also like I told you a story about the keys jingling.
Yeah.
And Sam was the only one home, and they were moving back and forth as if someone was either messing with them or I don't know how to explain it, like blowing on them.
Yeah.
But there's no fan in there.
No.
Like, and the window wasn't open. And even if the window was open, that would be a tough breeze. Everything would be blowing over. But they were swinging repetitively. But it's never been like I never felt scared here. I just felt like, whoa. It's kind of creepy, man.
The only thing I've experienced here, and like I've told Birdie about it, is like his room door opening on its own.
Dang. Maybe he just lives with you.
Yeah, maybe he's just go with me.
You guys have different
Damn, what if
sleeping
Birdie's the
schedules.
ghost?
Dang.
I'm not even here right now.
Oh, shit.
This neighborhood is pretty nice, though.
I do like the neighborhood.
I'm in love with it.
Spooky
neighborhood.
Maybe you are the ghost.
Let's change the subject before I get found out. I've been sneaking in this house since before I lived in here.
You've been bringing all the flies in.
Fuck yeah.
No, but the neighborhood is pretty nice. But I was gonna say, the park down there is pretty fucking
Why are
sketchy.
you
dude.
stuttering right now?
Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. But the park,
Fairmount Park?
is that Fire Mountain Park?
That's Fairmount with the lake?
Where the lake is?
Yeah, that's
oh,
Fairmount
right.
Why?
Man, shut up. But yeah, it gets pretty sketchy down there. Like it's so gnarly how like a literal day and night difference there is. Cause like during the day, cause like on my lunch sometimes I'll like walk like down there, just
Yeah.
kick it for like a few minutes, and then I'll come back. But like during the night, like right now, if I walk down there, like oh dude, there's like a bunch of weirdos hanging out, like
Night
just, like,
walkers.
yeah. I had like an incident maybe like in October last year where I went walking and it was really hot that night. And I just wanted to walk around and I was like on the phone with my girlfriend. We were just talking. And then out of nowhere, like this car it's just like Eddie's car on this park right here.
Wait a minute.
Like same color, same model.
Wait a minute.
What?
Same color, same model. And like it pulled up next to me and it was like some white bald guy. Like, like he had like a hat on like that too.
Wait a minute.
Dude.
No, but he had a beard, but it was like a ginger beard, like it was red.
Oh, sweet. All right, I'm good.
Does it again.
But he pulled his window down and he like looked at me like up and down, and like he just kept following me, like walking, like driving right by me, until like I was on the phone with my girl. I was like, hey, this guy's acting pretty weird, and I'm alone, so I'm gonna hang up just in case I need to like do something. And like he pulled his head out again and he was like, why are you talking shit? And I was like, what? He was like, I heard you talking shit. And I was like, what did I say? And he was like, you know what you said. And I was like, what are you
Shit,
talking
dude.
about? He was like, so I just pull up and you stop talking shit. And I was like, I was on the phone, dude. Like, what do you want? Like, are you okay? Like, do you need something? Like, do I look like someone that owes you money? Like, what's going on? He was like, I got my eye on you. And he drives away and he busts a U-turn and he parks And the whole time, like, he's just like lower his window and like he pops his head out and just follows me like with his fucking eye view. And I'm just like I'm like, my girl's texting me like, "Are you okay? Like what's gonna happen?" And I was just like, "I'm just walking home." And I walked home like a certain way where like a car can't follow me. And like he got his flashlight out and started like, I was like, "Dude, like, what's wrong with you?" And he was like, "I heard you talking shit."
That's tight. That's sick.
I was just like, "Dude, like, I'm leaving, dude. Like, I don't know what you want."
Yeah.
And like, that was just
He
like,
wanted you to stop talking shit.
I was like, "Damn, this fool probably found like my old Twitter or something." Like, it's like, you know what, Scooby Doo was a good movie. Fuck you.
Tweakers are crazy, dude.
Yeah, that was probably like,
No offense to any tweakers listening, but
Not full offense to all of them. Sorry, Theo.
yeah, that's probably.
Well, what about the time the Halloween decorations got stolen?
Oh,
what?
Yeah, like he had got like these. They're like lanterns, right?
yeah, like I got them from like Target, and they're like these lanterns you just, put on the lawn.
Gross.
But you just put on the lawn, and I remember one night I went to work, and then I came back, and they were still there, and I took a nap, and you were already at work. It was when I was working graveyard, and I woke up like around 12 or 1, and they were gone. They were gone. And I remember Julio like coming out and being like, "I think someone stole your decorations, dude." So
He's all telling you while putting them in the garbage.
He's all, look what I got.
No, yeah, dude, that was fucking random.
yeah,
Like,
that was pretty random.
We're so close to the river. There's some sketchy people out here.
yeah.
I used to hang out with the tweaker across the street.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, back when I was in sober. Yeah, I was doing a little crazy. I lived here with Fernando, and then I remember like being up at like 3 a.m. I seen some guy outside the house across from us, and I was like, "Who's this guy over there?" And that's how bad your mind goes. So I understand where that guy's like, "Stop talking shit," because in my head I'm like, maybe that guy wants to hang out, not knowing this guy at all. So I was like,
You just turned into a super nice guy.
dude, seriously, I was like, I had a lighter, and I was like, "Hey, you got a lighter?" And he's all, "Yeah," and I was like, "Cool," just to spark up a conversation. Hung out with this guy listening to Metallica on his phone until like 7 a.m. Fernando leaves to work, and he's like, "What are you doing over there?" And I'm hanging out with this guy named Irish.
Hell yeah.
His hands were like shriveled hands, but he kept telling me that his hands were messed up because he was a Golden Gloves boxer. Granted, this fool was like 5'1". I was like, I don't think you are, dude.
Junior division, homie.
Yeah, dude, but that dude was a tweaker, man. He would come and like knock on the door like he was a kid and be like, Sam would answer, and she'd be like, hello, and he's like, "Hey, is Val here?" Like straight up, dude. And Fernando's like, "You gotta tell the fool not to do that shit. It's fucking weird."
Oh,
And
shit,
he like
dude.
would leave me. He left me like a pocket watch one time. He's like, "I got you a pocket watch out of the trash." He's like, "I'll fix it up for you." And I'm like, "Oh man, drugs are not good. They really do something to your mind. I feel like you don't notice it, but enough for me to feel like I can befriend a tweaker outside the house." That was cool though. I'm not gonna lie. He's one of the true ones.
Hell yeah. Well, I think it's time to wrap it up here. But thank you, man, like for coming on. You're always complimenting us on the podcast.
I listen to you guys' podcasts all the time.
Are you gonna listen to this episode?
Probably not.
Are you? Do you not like hearing your own voice?
I've never heard my voice. I mean, I've heard my voice.
A recording of your voice.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably listen to it, but I just don't even know what I said.
can't do it, dude.
Really?
The
I'm
only
not gonna
episodes
do it
I've listened
either.
to are the ones that I'm not on.
Damn. I'm gonna do that too then.
I listen to every episode. I love my voice.
Dang.
No, but man, thanks like for coming on and letting us pick your brain.
I appreciate it. Thanks for letting me ramble.
Who's your favorite Betamax member?
All right, I'll catch you guys next week.
Do you have anything coming up that you like want to say or
No,
no?
just tattoos. If you want to get tattooed by me, just,
Yeah, I'll have a link like for your Instagram.
I want 2 links.
Or I'll have 2 links for your Instagram.
Keep up the good work, by the way.
Appreciate it, dude.
And like I said before, I think you're extremely talented, dude, and I can't wait to see where you go from here.
I hope goal is to just evolve and hopefully open something up in Riverside within the next couple years. I want to stay in Riverside, I don't want to go to LA or anything like that. I want to like. There's no need to say I'm gonna blow up Riverside because Riverside's already huge, but I kind of want to keep up the quality of Riverside. I like it. I think it's tight.
Well,
Riverside's tight, you know?
Yeah. I believe you there.
Hell yeah.
And I'll definitely be supporting you in that.
That's right.
So
appreciate it.
Any shout outs or fuck yous you want to throw out there?
Irish, if you're still out there.
Wait, which one?
Irish, the guy.
I don't know, but is it a shout out or a fuck you?
Hey, it's a little bit of both. Fuck you, where you been? Shout out, I miss you.
Yeah, I have the link for your Instagram in the description of the episode, and you can find the link for all of our social media and wherever you want to listen to us in the description as well.
Yeah.
And we'll watch a Serbian film.
Yeah, watch a Serbian film. And shout out to my cats and my fiance.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Serbian.
Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep flowing. Keep moving steady.